Today is Saturday, man. I gotta go to the Port of Savannah, pick up another container. And I tell you, on my way to Memphis with the first container I had, that thing felt heavy. And I was only 73,000. But coming back with the 81,000 pound load, it didn't feel heavy. I don't know, this truck's weird. And a lot of people, my brother says that in his truck, that when he hauls light, it feels like it's struggling. As soon as it gets, hauls something heavy, it's got all the power in the world. But this video, I'm gonna try to show you more on what all the steps you have to go through to get the container. So it's gonna be scanning your card, your trick card to get in the port, getting on the scale, and then talking to the clerk, the actual traffic ticket they give you to tell you where your spot is at. So I'm gonna try to, if I can remember, get more in depth and probably record that stuff. But today's the plan is to get this container, get it secured to the trailer, head to the house. The port's about an hour to the house. Go to the house just for the rest of the day, and then leaving in the morning. I've been recapping. It's gonna be about 3 weeks. I'm about to start my 3rd week of recapping, so I haven't had a 34-hour yet. So let's get down to this port. It's not gonna be nothing hectic. This is just actually another chance for me to record the container video that I released before. It's gonna be vlog number 30 or 31. That's gonna be the first container I did. So check that one out too. And hopefully I can fill in the gaps that I did in that video. I can fill them in this video. So I see y'all at the port. Well, we made it. Finally made it to Garden City. This is called Garden City Terminal. Pooler, Port Wentworth. There's a bunch of little towns right next to each other. There's Port Wentworth right here. On the other side, it's Pooler. On this side, it's Garden City. So we made it to the Port of Savannah. So this is how it's gonna go. When I get up here, initially I'm gonna have to get my TWIC card, scan it up against the TWIC card reader, then I put my hand into the reader, and it's like you put your middle finger, right? There's a bar, you put your finger against the bar, and then you lift your palm up, and the reader reads the top of your palm. So to come into the Port of Georgia regularly, you have to get a Georgia Port Authority card, which is another card. This card right here, I got this when I first started doing port work back in, I forgot, 2016, 15, 14, one of them years. I had to go get this, so it never expires. So you gotta have this. To get this, you have to go get your palm registered and your TWIC registered to your palm. So this is what everybody's it's pretty busy on Saturdays, but you stick your hand in there and you kind of like flick you kind of just raise your hand up like that, and it clicks, and it'll read your palm. After that, you'll get on the scales. They'll take your weight. You go up here, push this button. There's an intercom, and then they're gonna ask for your license plate number and then your outbound pin. To get a container, it has to be pinned. If you're bringing a container in, it has to be pinned in. If you're bringing a container out, you have to have a pin associated for that container that you're bringing out. So I only have a pin. I'm coming in empty, so all I need is a pin out. Usually, when you bring the container in, their scanners, they already read the chassis or the container, and most of the time they don't need that pin in, because they already know you're bringing this container in. It's already registered to be brought in, so they don't need to. Usually they don't need to see the pin in. it's the pinout that they always ask for. So usually it goes pretty fast. Click the button. They're gonna see what your they're gonna mumble. Most of the time they mumble, but you already know they're asking for your license plate. And then he's gonna say outbound pin, you know, pin out, you know, everybody's different, and then you give them the outbound pin. So right now I'm about to wait in line. They're going pretty slow. Write my outbound pin. This way it's easier. That way I'm out when I'm talking on the intercom. I'm just looking at my license plate number, and then I just read outbound pin. So pretty easy. Sometimes if it gets backed up, they will bypass the hand scanner, and you'll just show them show the people your ID out the window. That's to speed up traffic, because usually it backs up all the way back across that bridge sometimes during like peak hours. So that's why that guy's standing right there. He's usually in the booth. Or if you're having a hard time, because sometimes these scanners, they're not calibrated correctly, and sometimes you might be coming through this lane early Monday morning, and every time you come in, it hits every time. And then during the afternoon, it won't read your palm. So maybe it could be dirt, sweat on your palm. Just depends. But sometimes it doesn't go as designed. For the most part, I never have an issue scanning first try, but sometimes it doesn't work out. So we're about to pull up to the scanner. Hopefully this guy pulls up farther enough, at least for me to scan my hand. Alright, he did. So, alright. So you scan your twig card, it beeps, you input your hand into the thing. Oh man, see? Sometimes it's iffy, so you gotta kind of keep trying it. Scan, try, scan, try, scan, try. And then if it doesn't work eventually, the lady comes out of the store, her guard shack, and she comes over there and checks your ID manually, opens the gate manually, and you're off to the races then. So now we get in line for the scale. There's a lot of step decks out here today. Another guy did say he had to move 200 more. That was Monday, so. Now I'll show you next when I get up to the scale. I'll show you what I have to do there. Oh man, it's going slow. It's going slow today, man. Guys moving like a... I always pick the slowest lane. Every time I come to the porters, it feels like I always get stuck behind them. Slow truckers, slow clerks, just everybody slow. So when I first started, you used to come in and out. They changed a lot of rules here. This gate is the main gate right here. Now everybody has to come through this gate. It used to be if you had your own trailer, you would be able to go through another gate, and then somebody would manually check your ID, and then you could go into the kiosk instead of getting on the scale. But now they changed it. Now everybody has to come in here, get on the scale, then go out. Going up to the scale now. See that little scanner reads whatever it's reading. Then that's the way they know what's going on. Stop here at the intercom. Push this button, which is very dirty. If you look at that button, it looks dirty.
Three hours later.
Charlie 232 Echo Hotel. 555717. All right, that easy. Now, if you're bringing something in, they give you two of these. One of them, you have to bring up to the, up here to the kiosk. Not to the kiosk. There's a clerk right here, and he checks the containers in and out. So if you gotta go, you gotta go over there. But since we're empty and we're not bringing anything up, we don't have to. We only get one thing, and we don't have to stop here and get verified and all that. See, if you're empty, if you're bringing an empty container, you got to come back here. There's a guy sitting right there, clerk. You open the container. He's gonna come open the door to the right. Guy's gonna check in, see if it's a suitable box still, and then when he checks that, when the clerk checks the box in, it generates. There's another printer up there, just like how the one we had, and it gives him another card, and it tells him where to go. So ours is telling us to go. I will show a map of how this is divided. So it's 400 stack, 12th row, 33 position. So 412, 0, 33 position. And D4 is going to be from bottom to top. Bottom is going to be A and up. A, B, C, D, up. A, B, C, D. Then 4 is going to be over. No. My mistake. The D is over. So the closest one to your truck, one A, B, C, D. Then so if you go, mine's D4, mine's gonna be A, B, C, D, 4 containers away, and it's 4 high. That's gonna be my container. But sometimes when people come get the containers, that kind of changes. But it just gives you like a general idea of where your container's at. So the port is divided in, you could say, 3 big bays, right? So there's a bridge this way. That way is bay, you'll say bay 1, and that holds stack 1, 2, and 3, right? This roundabout we're going to, that'd be bay 2. That holds 4, 5, and 6. And then if you go to your left here, there's another bay divided by a road that will be, that on that row it's 750. Then it's 750 to 800, and then there's 800. So see how there's 5, this is the 500 stack in the second bay. So that's 500, I gotta go to 400. So I'll make a right here, 412. That's 414. Oh, 413. 412. So okay, it's crazy because back there's 44. Yeah, so it goes up in numbers. So this is 412 right here. 412, position 33. Along the edge of these containers, there's numbers. So right here's 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right where this guy's at, he's probably right on or about where my container, I see my containers up there. So where he's probably dropping this container off is where I'm picking up my container. And there's a great thing about this right here, because these are port workers and they hold priority over other companies. So he might come all the way here, unload this guy, and then while he's down here, he's gonna load me. So my container is A, which would be that one right there, B, C, D, 4 up. So my container is up there at the top as well. So what I'm gonna do right here, since it's a long line, or he might work his way down and then eventually get here. But most of the time they knock out these guys because these guys are unloading boats. They're unloading boats, so they got to get back to the boat to get another container. So most of the time they usually have priority. See, he's loading one right now. So he might come over here, unload this guy, and then he might grab mine. Or he might work his way down here. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna get all my equipment set up to chain down, and so by the time he gets here, I'm ready to go. Oh yeah, time to get loaded. Surprisingly, not that long. Pull up. 33 is right there. I'm picking up a 20-foot container. So he placed it perfectly. That guy obviously knows what he's doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull over here. Let me just pull. I should have just stayed right there. all these telehandlers just sitting here. We're supposed to be loading these and we're not, so very unfortunate. But let me hurry up and tie because I'm kind of in the way. Got it loaded. We're on the way out now. So it's just the opposite. Right here, there's a turning lane. If you're coming from there, you gotta go around. If you come from the interstate, you gotta go around and roundabout. But here, make a left right here. This left is harder to make in the middle of the day or through weekdays because there's so much traffic coming from the empty side of the yard over there. So it's kind of hard to make this turn. It's doable, but some people be cutting each other off. So just go back, check back out on the opposite side, just pull up past the guard shack right here and then pull up to the scanner. He's gonna come out, read your container number. Come to the scanner. One of these lanes. It used to be, but when I first started, there was a guy, I think he was the number, it was either 15 or 17. When you're running port chassis, they're told to, you know, if there's something wrong. When the guy, he's inspecting the port chassis while he's checking you out. So if you see something wrong, he might say, hey, you need to go get this fixed, then come back. But the guy in 15 and 17, he was kind of lenient. So you kind of learn like what lines are cool, what lines are stricter than others, and who will let stuff slide more than the other will. You know, you learn that. You know, sometimes you might have a busted tail light, and they might say, no, you gotta go get that fixed. There's a yard to go get it fixed, right? Or they might say, you know, or even somebody might not care, and they'll just let you go by. Well, good morning, guys. It's Sunday. Came out here to preload my truck. Pre-check my truck, warm it up, then I go home, say bye to the kids, come back out. It should be warmed up, aired up, everything running smooth. And just, oh look, there's a wash right there. I ain't fucking with it. But here's the load. Done my pre-trip, everything's good. Sean. What's Sean doing over here? Got his truck in the ditch. That's my boy Sean. They run 55-ton trailers. They the ones with the big money. Anybody looking for a truck? We got another T600. Good truck, just got rebuilt. That's for sale. So anybody looking for a truck? But about to pack up this stuff real quick, put it in the truck. Debating if I want to stop somewhere and get this washed, man. It looks bad. So let's pack this truck up real quick. Let's pack this truck up. The ball head still hasn't started. got used to the ball head. But luckily I remembered before I leave the house, I have to buy printer ink for my printer. I forgot I had to print my own BOLs, but I wasn't sent them on Friday. So now I got to get printer ink, and then Monday morning before I deliver, to get these, I had to get them to email me these printers, these papers, I mean my BOLs, so I can deliver. So I gotta run to Walmart real quick and get some printer ink. I'll be having brain farts when I'll be talking to my buddies. Sometimes we get on the phone. Well, a lot of times we get on the phone and there'll be like 5 to 6 of us on the phone, and I'll be talking to one of them and I have a brain fart. I won't even remember their name. Well, I know their name, I just slipped my mind. So hopefully that's not bad news. But we're on the way to Walmart. Trying to think of if I need anything else. So we'll see. She flew off over there. Guys, be careful, man. I know I got something wrong with my coolant line, the electrical line, so it's causing this stop engine thing to go. But I'm not gonna talk much during it, and it's not affecting my truck. But yeah, be careful during this rain. I know a lot of people be like, oh, why are you slowing down? Because it's raining. And that be situations like that. So, yeah, be careful. We're still about an hour and a half out of Birmingham. Raining all day. Made it here to the Cafe 30 truck stop here. Exit 30 on 22 in Alabama. 7 hours from the house. Raining most of the way, so I really didn't get anything. I didn't stop. Once it gets to a certain point, I'm like, I might as well just keep going. So I literally haven't ate anything all day. Got here, went to order me a burger. About to eat it right now. And then I'm gonna try maybe install my TV, get myself situated from being home for a day. It's kind of crazy to say, oh, I gotta get myself situated, and I was only at home for 20 hours. So yeah, we'll roll out here maybe around 4:30, 5, and yeah, about 4:35, and see where tomorrow goes from there. But for sure, I already got love for tomorrow, so I kind of need hope everything goes right. It says it's 46 degrees out here. It is very cold. I got shorts on. Usually try not to wear shorts while doing my trucking stuff, but sometimes it just happens. But it is it's real cold. But I'm gonna catch y'all in the morning. I'm about to eat. Shoot, I'm hungry. Well, we met it here back to Memphis, back to the same spot. Been in this line maybe a little over an hour. I don't know what's going on. They're going real slow. But hopefully they can unload us, because I got to pick up my next load. And I don't want to be stuck here. I want to be stuck in Memphis. So, we'll see. I'm gonna try to record them unloading me this time. That way y'all can see. It's just a crane picking up a container. Nothing too crazy. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, man. I ain't got no subscribers yet. No new subscribers.